Testing, 1 2 3. Hello, everybody. We are live. I did not expect to be back down here at Starbase today, but what do you know? I'm here again, and SpaceX is doing some crazy stuff. So, pad announcement just happened a few minutes ago, and it sounds like there's probably going to be a lift in the next 20 minutes. Actually, probably in the next 10 minutes. So, we're keeping a close eye on Ship 24 to see if it's going to be lifted on top of Booster 7. I'm still going to be making some adjustments here. I'm just getting everything set up. I'm going to be switching cameras around and stuff, but I'll make sure that when the lift is happening, we'll have I'll have everything set up and we'll have a nice clear shot. So I'll give you some Starbase ambient sounds while I continue to set stuff up, but it should just be a couple minutes. Testing. All right, folks, don't mind me. I'm an absolute mess right now. I wasn't expecting to go live today, so I am in all sorts of shambles right now, trying to get everything set up. But as you can see, we're here live from Starbase, Texas, right next to Boca Chica Beach. This is where they're building Starship, the next generation rocket and launch vehicles. So it looks like right now we might be up for a lift of Ship 24 on top of Booster 7. So we'll bring you those live views from here at Starbase. But yeah, this is totally unexpected, super exciting. Again, I just want to make sure everything's good to the stream, so I just wanted to do a quick introduction. Again, my name is Andrew. Thanks for hanging out here at Rocket Future while we try to cover this type of stuff. So keep enjoying our live views, and I'll be back momentarily with some commentary for you. Todd says, glad you're able to be there for this lift, Andrew. I know it's your first lift. It's too cool. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I saw some lifts back in the day when they were doing them with crane. Hold on, we got a pad announcement. I couldn't quite hear the pad announcement, but the word it. Balance says the word is that they'll clear the pad soon. Are you allowed to stay? If not, you should try Tarpon Haven Road. Are you familiar with it? In theory, it's accessible at the soft checkpoint too. Nope, I've already talked to the sheriffs, and they said I'm good. So they're moving people around right now. So worst case scenario, I will personally walk further down the road, but I'll leave my live streams up for everybody. But so far, so good. You might hear some commotion in the background. The sheriffs are just politely asking people who are parked in the incorrect area to move their cars. So it sounds like things are starting to get heated up towards this test. Looks like our cameras are at a slight angle. Let me try to adjust some of that. All right. Things are looking good. All right, so currently we are looking at Ship 24. Now, Ship 24 is the shorter black rocket on the right-hand side, and it is currently being held by the chopsticks, those black arms sticking out from the launch tower. Just to the left of that big silver rocket, that's Booster 7. So what we're expecting to see here is for them to lift Ship 24 up on the launch tower using those chopsticks and move it over on top of Booster 7. Generally speaking, you're not really supposed to be allowed down in this area while they're doing this. So I guess maybe they have some increased confidence that they're able to do it safely. But this is a really unique opportunity that we're able to come down here and see this live. Like I said, I was at my house working on some other projects. I'm a total mess for the day. I did not expect to be here, but I'm super excited that we got here before they closed down a portion of the road. So yeah, you're here. You're seeing it live with us. So thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop those in the chat. I'll check in on those every few minutes. But this should be pretty cool. All right, so basically what we're looking for right now is just to start seeing those black arms start to lift Ship 24 up. So I'm just kind of, it's so hard to kind of tell what's happening down here with the scale of these things. Sometimes they can be moving very slowly and you won't even notice. So I'm basically just comparing the top of those black chopstick arms to like another point on the tower or on the booster, just to see if I can see it slowly inching up. So far, I don't think we have any movement yet. We still have some cars moving down the road here, so I expect that all of these cars will have to be out of the way before they actually start lifting. So I'm remembering right now that I haven't plugged my laptop in, so let me do that before the stream dies. All right, laptop is plugged in. Oh, I think I bumped the camera a little bit, but I think we might be all right. Yeah, just give me another 5x5 in chat if we're still sounding good and looking good. I just want to make sure that we're all situated. I'll check in on the chat in just a couple minutes if you have any questions. Just taking a very close look to see if anything is moving. So far, no. I got 5x5s in chat. Thank you for that. I'm going to try to get another camera set up too. Looking for my other tripod. Where is it? Um, Pokemi says when start. It should really be any moment here. Should be really any moment. I'm dealing with some light technical issues. Everything on the stream is going fine, but a couple other cameras I'm troubleshooting some issues, so don't mind me. I'm just going to be hanging out trying to fix these things, but if you do have any questions or anything, please feel free to let me know, and I'll get back to those as soon as I can. Chatbots, yeah. Sorry about that. I will work on fixing those chatbots at some point, but I'm just first focusing on making sure I get everything going. We're getting there. I think I got everything pretty much set up. Um, Hello, thanks for streaming. No problem, Zelly. Thank you, Chibo. Greetings from Hungary. Welcome, welcome. Regards from Hungary. Thank you. Wow, a lot of as usual. Thanks to everybody from the Space Junkies community. Your support is really, really appreciated. You guys are awesome. Good luck and thank you so much for streaming. No problem. Mechazilla, greetings from Hungary. Gorges, Padua, Gabor. I'm sure I'm doing really bad at all these pronunciations, but welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Yep, so if you're just joining us, we're still just waiting on Ship 24 to be lifted on top of Booster 7. So, again, we're just keeping a close eye on those black chopsticks to see if it's going to lift Ship 24 up. So, like I said, sometimes it moves real slowly, so you got to keep a real close eye on it. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm excited to see this. Usually, like I said, you can't really get this close to this type of stuff usually. I saw some lifts back in the day. When they were just using cranes, which was really, really cool. We got to see some great shots of the undersides of the boosters and everything. It was really awesome. I'm just trying to figure out what the sheriffs are telling these people as they're driving by. But yeah, I haven't seen one up close with like of a chopsticks lift. So this should be very, very cool. It's getting hot out here though. Again, welcome everybody from Space Junkies community. You guys are all stars. You guys are great. So road is still kind of semi-closed here. The sheriffs are still, talking to everybody that's trying to go through the road. So they're definitely still in this state where they could be doing this lift at any moment. So just stay patient, and we'll see something cool here shortly. Todd says alignment pins aligning. That is a great sign. So once those chopsticks have a really good hold of Ship 24, it will start lifting. Martin, welcome. Jose? Hi from Hungary. Thanks for excellent streaming. No problem. It's it's such a challenge for me to produce everybody's names, but I appreciate the challenge. Pooh, welcome back. No problem. It's my pleasure. Lengil, welcome. Maybe try and open a stop on the exposure. You're talking about on the right hand cam? Yeah, it's definitely low. Let's see what I can do. Hannah says, well, waiting to watch Cosmic Girl take off from Cornwall tonight. Watching this while I wait. Very cool, very cool. That is another exciting launch happening today. That is a plane-deployed rocket, actually. So they take a rocket up on a big plane, drop the rocket from the bottom of the plane, engines ignite, and I think that's from England, am I right? Or somewhere in the UK? CSABA, welcome. Yeah, Todd, the Hungry Watchers are well represented. They are amazing. They're coming from the Space Junkie community. Space Junkie is a channel that's based in Hungary, and they're trying to bring kind of what's happening in the space industry to folks in Hungary. So we like to share our footage with Space Junkie, and they just show us so much support here in the stream. It's such an amazing community. So thank you, everybody. We're definitely dropping some frames here with Starlink today, but hopefully it will catch back up. Earlier, I was actually out here for just a few minutes before all this activity started, and I was testing a new T-Mobile connection down here, and it had a pretty good bit rate for a while, but it definitely wasn't consistent. So I'll have to do some side-by-side testing to see if Starlink or T-Mobile 5G is better here at Starbase. I know for sure that the T-Mobile will be better at Isla Blanca Park from when I get static fire footage, that type of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. We'll keep testing that, and we're gonna keep trying to bring you better and better coverage every time. So we'll get there. But I think we're in a spot where we're able to bring you live views of all the exciting activities. So I think we're doing okay. Just checking on a couple things.
Sorry?
I thought I just heard a drone, which would mean they're close.
I
Could have sworn I just heard a drone.
I flew my drone over here once.
That's probably about all you got a chance to do.
Well, no, they came and got me.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Dang.
And actually, I was over on the beach, and I was not doing photos or videos up here.
Right.
Well, not officially.
Right.
But I was down probably 3/4 of a mile
Right.
down. And I was actually flying along
On the beach and everything.
getting pictures of surf
Yeah.
and video and stuff. And I've been in the air maybe probably not 10 minutes.
Right.
And so I'm looking that way and flying the drone and just coming along out over the water, coming along the surf line. And I noticed a pickup truck headed toward me. I make sure I'm not in the way.
Yep.
And I look and I noticed, oh, he's got
Stop.
lights on.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, like red and blue flashy lights. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I noticed there's another one behind him, and it was one of the Cameron County Sheriff's deputies and SpaceX security.
Wow.
And they pulled over and said, "You cannot fly here."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, okay,
Yep.
I understand." But I was actually, doing photo video of the beach and the water.
Right.
And he said, "Well, you're within the
Yeah, the perimeter.
periphery,
Yeah.
perimeter."
Perimeter.
And I said, "Okay, I'm sorry."
Yeah, fair enough.
Write it right down. He said, "How did you know I was even flying?"
Mm-hmm.
And the SpaceX security guy goes back to his truck, and he comes up with his laptop, and he shows me my exact flight path.
No way.
My exact flight path. And the minute and the second it took to the air,
Wow.
the minute and the second it took off,
That's crazy.
and
They got some
my
sort of-
exact flight path.
Jeez.
And
How do they, I mean, that couldn't pick that up on radar. Like, what the heck?
maybe there's some kind of
Maybe some, like visual, like maybe cameras that can, I don't know.
well, it's on the laptop.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's crazy.
it's electronic. There's obviously sensors,
Something.
antennas, and what have you,
Yeah.
all over the place.
Right.
And he said, "Now you won't do this again, right?" And I go, "No, sir." He says, "Good, because we've got your license plate number,
Yeah.
and we've got the drone identification
Yep, yep.
number, and if you are, and it goes in our database, and if you're found over here flying the drone again, we'll be having a very different conversation."
Right.
Okay,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Wow.
I understand the assignment. My wife and I are going out and meeting a bunch of people,
Oh, really?
and I'm gonna have to leave.
Oh, no. Well, if you have to leave, we'll have plenty of footage up for you. So.
I would just love to record it myself.
Absolutely. Well, the good news is if they're doing it right now, that means plenty more like it. So.
Oh, yeah. Is your Jeep running?
Yeah.
No. Surprised you don't have a little generator.
Yeah, I don't actually always have to have it running. I'm just cooling down one of my cameras right now. Alright, we're gonna have a hot mic. How's it going? How's it going? How's everybody doing? We're still waiting to see S24 lift. Everything is still kind of stands as it was. There's sheriffs blocking the road from both directions. They're occasionally letting some cars through. No real change of state yet, so we're still imminent for a lift really at any point here. Like I said, keep a close eye on those black chopsticks to see if we see any movement. Thanks for hanging out with us while we wait to see what happens here. But we should see a lift here. Well, I'm hoping we're seeing a lift here soon. So stay tuned.
One of the terms I've learned since moving down here is manana.
Absolutely.
And I had heard that term before, but I didn't understand
Right.
just what it meant
Yeah.
down
Same.
here. And some people will say it means tomorrow.
Definitely not down here.
Some people say it means soon. But basically, I think what it really means
Not
in
right
general is not right now,
Yeah, exactly.
which leaves it totally open-ended.
Yep.
So, what site are you?
Rocket Future.
Oh, okay.
So you should be able to find us on YouTube, or you can go to the site rocketfuture.org, and all the links are there.
Okay. Jot that down. I don't think I've run across you before. So this is yours, or you're working for someone?
This is all mine.
Okay, cool.
All mine.
So, are you earning a living
So I got another
trying?
But within the last couple of months, finally making some progress, thanks to everybody that's been tuning in and everything. So that's good. So everything's heading in the right direction.
Sweet.
So who knows? Who knows?
So, a chief?
Oh yeah. I'm actually glad.
Met him a few times.
He's great.
And Maria Pointer.
Of course.
She actually lives a mile or so from me.
Nice.
So I've noticed what I've been kind of paying attention to is some of the cables, and I'm not sure if they're lift cables or electrical cables that are just, up and down. Kind of watching them to see if
There's more tension
there's
on
there's
that.
yeah there's some slack in them,
Right.
and see if maybe pull some tension on them, and that might kind of clue us that something is about to happen.
Yep, that's something we can look up for.
It's the only thing moving.
Right. Well, whatever was kind of continuously venting there has stopped.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's a good sign.
Well, I wouldn't think they'd be putting any gases in either of the craft.
I think the hypothesis from some people is that the booster needs to be pressurized to withstand the weight
To
of the.
stiffen it?
Yep. But no, I don't think it flops or
Right.
anything like that, obviously, but it's gotta be pressurized.
Yeah, not seen any venting from booster. But yeah, I suppose it would be. Well, nitrogen would
Make it
visible.
frosty, right?
I don't know if they ever used just compressed air. I would not think they'd put compressed air in because of the humidity.
Right.
So I would think it would be one of the inert
Somebody
gases.
in my chat is saying lift has started, it's going. I think maybe I can tell the difference. Let's see. Let's see if we see the lift start here. Todd says it's going. I think I also see maybe that I've been keeping an eye on one of the truss sections of the launch tower compared to the nose of S24, and I do think S24 has kind of lifted up above the point I was looking at. So I think we're going. So I'm gonna start a couple time lapses. If you've been kind of paying attention in the background while doing some other stuff, maybe now's the time to tune back in because the lift is started. We're going up. So give me a few moments, folks, and I'm gonna get some stuff started, and then we'll jump on commentary. Very nice.
So that's why the cables are moving.
Could be. Todd is saying that basically if you scrubbed back 1 or 2 minutes and then click live, you'll see it rise. So maybe they did like an initial lift off of the mount, and then maybe some checks, and maybe they'll continue the lift. Very good.
Oh, there's a little venting at the base of the Starship.
Oh yeah, that is true. Oh yeah, the nose is definitely higher up than the point I was looking at.
No,
Yeah, I think we're definitely lifting. I'm gonna quickly do an on-cam update here. Make an adjustment here. So thanks for hanging out so far. It looks like it actually might be moving. Scrub forward, you can see S24 rise up a little bit. I don't know if they're going to have to stop on the way up or how long this process is going to take, but I think we're going. Yeah, so this should be good. Stay tuned. We're gonna move our cameras around so you get a view of the whole stack. So yeah, thanks. Right. That's all right. I don't think it'll take an hour, but yep. Let's see. Zelly says, "Let's go, baby. Let's do it." Todd says, "Lift and a small rotation, I believe." Space Junkie, this is so awesome to see this event. Thank you, Andrew. No problem. No problem to you and all of the Space Junkie community. Thanks again. Oh yeah, it's going for sure. Let me double check to make sure we're rolling on everything. Actually, I do have one more camera.
Starship. Oh yes, I saw it. Can I hear a woohoo?
I gotta tell you, from here on site at Starbase, this is an amazing thing to see live. I've seen this from over at Isla Blanca Park before, from about 5 miles away with a good zoom camera, but this is just otherworldly. I really feel like I'm watching like some skyscraper being lifted on top of another skyscraper. This is nuts. Todd says, yeah, that's exactly what's happening, referring to the skyscraper situation. Wow. Ooh, I'm gonna get some good zoomed in shots of the engines. Oh, let's do that real quick. The exposure might be a little low. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. But you might just be able to make out the engines down there. Those big Raptor vacuum engines, optimized to fire in the vacuum of space. This is something else, y'all. This is something else. I'm also grabbing pictures and stuff along the way here, so multitasking a little bit. All right, if you're just joining us, as you can see, S24 is well into the air at this point. So just a little bit more for it to go, and once it reaches the top, it'll kind of what's the word I'm looking for? But the tower's making some funky noises right now. But yeah, once S24 gets all the way up towards the top of the tower, they will. I don't know the word, but anyway, they'll move it over so it's basically right above Booster 7, and they'll lower it down on Booster 7. Oh boy. We got large venting sounds. Wish me luck, y'all. Yeah, rotate's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Todd. So, yeah, like I said, I've never been down here during one of these lifts. I don't know if what we just saw and heard was nominal or not. These are the types of moments that make you start to wonder if we really should be this close, but I'm trying to see. It might still be going up, so we might still be good. Yeah, it's still all right. So ship 24 is still going up the tower, so everything must be nominal. Good news. The noise didn't quite stop, but it's a lot less loud now. It sounded like a depress. Um, so like I don't know. Is there any reason why they would raise S24 up while it was pressurized and then depress? Do they even have the ability to do that? I don't know. I'm just making stuff up at this point. I don't know why they would depress the booster at this point, because I'm pretty sure they need the booster pressed for the ship to sit on top of it. So I don't know. This is all just guessing and speculation. Everything's probably just normal, and this is probably usual. It's just normally we can't get this close to see all this. Todd says that was not a normal noise. I don't disagree, but we'll have to see. So it looks like the booster or the ship might be paused. I'm gonna see if I can up the exposure on the left-hand camera. The right-hand camera will remain live in the case that anything exciting happens. So just give me a few moments just to adjust that other camera. No, the screeching noise, not the vent noise. Gotcha. Yeah. What time is the launch? No launch today, Jeanette. But hopefully we'll see a launch potentially in the next 2 or 3 months. Now, we don't know if that's going to actually happen that soon, but we're going to hope that we see it in the next 2 or 3 months. That's a little better. Not really, though. I don't want to mess with things too much on the camera side of things because I don't want to lose what we got. So, yeah, we're a little underexposed, but that's okay for today. I'll figure it out for next time. Ship is rotating. It sure is. So yes, now as Todd points out, you'll see the ship slowly start to rotate on those arms and on that tower, so it's right above Booster 7. Todd says cameras are good, and Bolint says that's okay. Appreciate the support. Oh, nice. Massachusetts. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I moved down here about 8 months ago, so I still got to get my Texas plates.
Whereabouts?
Just south of Boston, like Abington area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a little condo in Nahant, which is north.
Yeah.
Lynn.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very nice.
So you're permanently down in Texas now.
Yeah, at least for the next year or two. So I'll stay here until the excitement. If I don't know if the excitement will ever wean off of here, but I'll stay here for a couple years and get the most out of it, and then we'll see what's next. Yeah. We're getting pretty close to full stack here. Now I know once it's kind of aligned above, sometimes it takes them for a while to actually slowly lower it down and make sure everything's in place. Sometimes they'll lower it a bit, raise it up a little bit, lower it again. So let's see what happens here in the next few minutes. Ship 24 looks pretty close to being directly aligned above booster 7. Next thing we expect to see is it dropped, well not dropped, but slowly lowered down on top of the booster there. Almost there indeed. I should have a third camera in the corner that just shows me running around all over the place around my Jeep with different cameras and adjusting everything. I look like I don't know, I don't even know, an insane person just running around everywhere trying to get everything done. Yes, thank you, Todd. You know what? I will take a moment to do a little bit of the self promotion. First of all, if you're here just watching the stream, that helps me so much. It helps our channel grow. But if you want to be notified when we have more streams like this in the future, don't forget to subscribe. Liking the video helps so much as well. Those types of things are, they're great for the channel. But what it really means is that it'll help more people like you learn about these streams, and YouTube will suggest it to more folks. So we're talking about people that may have a passion for space and don't know it yet, or they have a passion for space and they're looking for more communities to be a part of. So when you do things like liking and subscribing, of course it helps me. I'm very happy about that, but realistically it also will help reach more people with this content as well. So if you don't mind liking and subscribing and all that jazz that you usually hear about, we appreciate that so much. But for those folks who are here and are chatting, or even just here lurking in the background, watching in the background while you're doing something else, it means a lot that you're here, and it means a lot that we get to share these experiences with you. So we see you. Thank you so much. I almost just dropped a swear. I'm very grateful at the moment. Thank you. Paul is mentioning that the ship quick disconnect arm is rotating into position, which, good point, I don't even see it from our angle right now. Todd is working and watching and listening right now too. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Todd. Could be just a fog layer. It's been off and on all day. Christian says, "Super stream, thank you, I appreciate that." As you can see, our video feed is getting a little bit murky, and that's because there's just some moisture rolling into the atmosphere right in front of Starship between me and the vehicle. So we'll zoom out a little bit. Should help just kind of give a little bit more of a wide angle. Balance. Elon tweeted that SpaceX is waiting to lower it until we reach 100 likes on the stream. Thank you, Ad Astra. I appreciate you. This fog layer is rolling in strong. We're not going to be able to see anything here in a minute. I'm really glad it was not 10 or 15 minutes earlier. Yeah, that's got to be 5 feet, I'd say. Really? Yeah. Tunde these says your camera is in a great place. Yeah, we get a Jeep so we can drive around anywhere and mount our cameras out. One thing you'll notice is we have two cameras going right now, and it's kind of at a diagonal of where the two cameras meet, and that's just because we literally just have to like rotate the camera image. The Jeep is parked on all sorts of different angles at certain times and stuff. So it's interesting being out here, having a mobile camera, going wherever we need to. Harry, welcome. Good to see you again. Peter, welcome. Cloaking device is on. Right, with this fog rolling in. But I will say that right camera looks fake right now. Like, it looks just like, with the fog layer rolling in, it looks really cool. Rob Moon says, where do we get champagne at the launch site? Rob, if you are here for launch day, I will bring a bottle of champagne for you, I promise. Welcome, Rob. Rob, are you down here? Woo! Some folks from from England are up on the dunes, and they're good people. So they just try to get my attention by yelling at me. So I had to yell back at them. Sorry if I blew everybody's eardrums out. Welcome, welcome. Todd says Starship Gazer's pictures last night looked animated. It was so freaking cool. Yeah, Todd. Sometimes the conditions down here just look fake. Like if you look at no, I'm seeing an image that is a higher clarity than y'all because the bit rate and YouTube and we're Starlink and all that stuff. But on the right hand side, because of the way that the fog layer is rolling in, and then the venting coming from that vent stack behind the orbital tank farm, it looks like CGI or animated or something. It's crazy. We have a member in chat that wishes to be a member of NASA. That is an awesome goal. You should pursue that. That's a really good goal to have. Todd says the ship is going down. Harry says, did B9 get moved at all last night? That's a good question, Harry. I think it roughly looks like it's in the same place. Hold on, I gotta get some of these pictures. I'll be back in a minute. Not quite. I was just the way the fog is rolling in, and then, well, and the way that this smokestack looks right now, it looks like it's like CGI. It looks fake the way that all that interact with each other. So I ought to get some pictures of that. It looks really cool. It looks so cool, though. Right? Chief, by the way, I wanted to thank you again for that picture.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome, man. Your chief? Yeah. Yeah, we've met before. Oh, yeah. You didn't have a beard before. Oh, no. It's been,
Wait, there was a chief without a beard?
what's that? I've been just walking back and forth. I had this one, I had one. We got a little DJI camera. I have a hand. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. When did S24 come over there last night? Yeah, last night. I actually don't know. To be honest with you, I didn't really expect to be coming down here today. I had a lot on my calendar today, which means I still have a lot on my calendar when I get home after this. But I was just I was tuning out of Starbase stuff for the day. I was like, yeah, they'll lift Booster 7 onto the mount, and that's really all I expected to happen. I wasn't even sure if they were going to do that, to be honest. So I had eyes off of this for a while, and then I got a message from Space Junkies just asking if I was coming down here, and at the same time I saw a lot of rambling about a potential lift. So I was like, you know what? Let me just drive down there. I'll regret it if I didn't. So now we're here. I'm happy that I made that decision, and this is pretty cool. Wow, can't see anything. Todd says it was this morning, maybe 10 a.m. local time-ish, so 10 a.m. Central Time. I usually have I have a little second monitor that I use just to keep streams and tweets and everything up, just so I keep track of everything. But this morning, I guess I was slacking. Heading out.
Yep.
It was a pleasure.
We've got
I'm sorry. What'd you say your name was again?
Bill.
Bill. Andrew.
Bill Blocker. Nice to meet you, Andrew.
Nice to meet you as well.
So you're on here every day?
Not every day, but any day there's something exciting happening.
Oh, okay.
Yep. A lot of times, like when they're doing static fires and stuff, I'll stream from Isablanca Park and stuff. So
Sure. Absolutely.
you'll see me. You'll see me.
So, what has been your most reliable information source?
The best way to do it is a conglomerate. Like,
That's what I thought.
so whether you're talking Discord channels or Twitter, like following people on Twitter, I would find like 4 or 5 good sources. And like when something might happen on that day, you're gonna start hearing little bits of, some little activity starting to come, and then it's weird. Like everybody starts coming to the same consensus at the same time, and then that's when once you start getting that feeling, then you're like, all right, this is probably gonna happen. So, I like, I try my best to keep everybody updated on Twitter and stuff. So if you want to follow me on there and stuff, so.
I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Facebook.
Okay. I have a Facebook as well, but I don't really use it much. But we do have a Rocket Future one on there. I am trying to cross-post to that as much as possible, just because I know a lot of people are using Facebook.
Your Facebook or your website.
Yep, rocketfuture.org,
Okay.
and that has the links to all the socials.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Andrew, nice meeting you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
We'll see you, I'm sure, another time.
Oh, absolutely.
Take care now.
You too. RGV Ariel says howdy. RGV, welcome. How's it going? Wow, it's a pleasure. Thanks for stopping in the stream. We've had an absolute beautiful lift here today. We had really great clear shot of it for almost the entire lift. Actually, the entire lift. And then Ship 24 was rotated above Booster 7, and then we had this fog layer roll in. But it was really beautiful lift. Todd says RGV Aerial is one of the best groups for information as well as CSI Starbase. Oh, absolutely. Agreed 100%. I'm going to jump on camera here for a moment and give an update. I like to do these on-camera updates for when I make a, when I edit this down to a highlight reel for anybody who can't catch the stream. So let me just angle that appropriately. It doesn't look great with the fog in the background, but let's do this. Let me angle this down a little bit more. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you're just joining us, a fog layer is rolling in here at Starbase. However, we did just have a beautiful lift of Ship 24 on top of Booster 7. So Ship 24 is up there right now. I know it's hard to see. And Ship 24 started to be lowered down onto Booster 7. Hard to see exactly where in the process we are with that right now, but I think we're probably a good ways away into that process. So we'll see if some of this fog clears out, and if we can get a nice clear shot that'll give us confirmation that Ship 24 is sitting on top of Booster 7. But in the meantime, everything looks great. On the way up, there was some kind of crazy noises and what sounded like depress. Don't know if that was nominal or not, but the fact that Ship 24 is on top of Booster 7 right now leads me to believe that was probably nominal, or at least not a big deal. I assume they would have kind of aborted and brought Ship 24 back down if that was a big issue. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever been able to come out here and see a lift with the chopsticks in person. From this close, so maybe that's usual, but it did sound it sounded interesting. I'll say that. But yeah, thanks for everybody that is tuning in. I'm not leaving yet. We'll stay live with you for a little bit. We'll see if this fog rolls out. Plenty of time for questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop those in the chat. A little bit of a messy stream here today. Didn't expect to get out here today, but we got out here, and y'all are here to support me, and I thank you for that. So thank you so much. Todd says it's not set down yet. Wow. Let me just leave you with this view for a few moments. That's something special right there, is it not? Todd says we have about 2 or 3 feet to go, probably checking alignment. Makes sense. Looks like a lot of sheriffs heading the opposite direction now. There's still 2 vehicles with emergency lights blocking the beach side of the road. So I don't know if they're aiming to kind of end this partial road closure here soon, or I don't know if they're going that way to address another issue or something. I'm not sure, but oh, now another sheriff is heading this way. This shot absolutely could be from a different planet, folks. This is going to make for an interesting time lapse. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Harry says it's crazy to think that one day these things will become the norm. Absolutely. It actually is insane. Todd says 2 feet went down a bit, going down still. So ship 24 hasn't been completely lowered onto booster 7 yet, but it's getting real close. Oh, Padawan. I don't know if I already said hi or not, but welcome, Padawan. I'm really excited to see how a couple time-lapse cameras I set up are going to come out for this. I think it's going to come out real good. If you don't follow on Twitter, we do post most of those to Twitter. They'll also be posted as shorts on the YouTube channel here too. One foot or so to go, Todd says. Harry says, I kind of want a satisfying click sound when it finally connects. I know, right? I wonder if there'll be like any sort of notification, pad notification PA announcement that the lift is complete or anything. I'll try to catch that if it does. And it looks like we might get some clearer visuals here shortly. So if we do, I'll zoom right in. But look at that, just like clearing the fog to see a full stack. It's like it wasn't a full stack when the fog rolled in, and now it's a full stack. Yeah, I definitely see a little bit of a gap there. Let me zoom in for you. Actually, I'm going to wait another minute or two. This is just such a beautiful sight. Fog looks like it's clearing up for some nice final shots. That is true. Todd says so close now, and Ad Astra says what a shot. Only reason we can get shots like this is because of folks like y'all, so thank you so much for hanging out with us here. This was an awesome, awesome event. What a time lapse it'll be. This fog is a magician. Absolutely. Although it's rolling back in now, so let me get you a zoom for a moment here, because we're gonna lose any detail here again in a second. Yeah, you can't really even make it out there. Oh, I hear there's a drone above me. Hopefully a SpaceX drone. Todd says it's down. Very good. Very good. So, touchdown. Nice. Well, it's 4:05 Central Town. Camera frozen. Let me check on that for you. It could be. Thanks for asking, because sometimes it does. No, it's live. Looks good. Todd says the drone is a SpaceX drone, checking the alignment. Wow, what a beautiful sight. It's been a little bit since we've seen a full stack. It hasn't been that long, though, couple months, and it's really nice to see. Todd says camera is good. Thank you. So I don't know what's up next for SpaceX now that we have full stack. My guess is a full wet dress rehearsal. Let me get in front of a camera while I'm talking about this. So as I was saying, I don't know what is next for SpaceX now that Ship 24 is stacked onto Booster 7. I think a lot of people are thinking they're probably going to go into a full wet dress rehearsal sometime in coming days. So what does that mean? A full wet dress rehearsal can mean a couple things depending on what company you're talking about or what process you're going through. But generally speaking, it's basically a mock countdown to like T-0 when normally the rocket would launch, but then they stop right before T-0. Some companies do it differently, and there's different types of wet dress rehearsals. So we could see them fully fuel the liquid oxygen and methane in the vehicle and go through like a real countdown as if it was a launch day. They may do something different from that, but I think we're expecting something along those lines. And then I think people are expecting that this will potentially get destacked one more time, so Ship 24 will come off. They'll do some small adjustments to Ship 24. They may do the Booster 7 33 engine static fire. We will have to see. But one thing is for certain, a full stack returns to Starbase, which is always an amazing moment. If you've been following along on the Twitter at all, people are especially down here. People are always asking, "Hey, when's the launch? When do you think the launch is going to happen?" And like you can throw some months out there. Especially recently, everybody's talking about end of February, early March, based on an Elon tweet. But nobody really knows for certain. So one thing I've started to do is just give a percentage where I think 100% means it's launch day or it launches. So I've been adjusting my percentage as SpaceX goes through these processes. So I think today we were at 93%. Now that we see a full stack, I have it all mathed out and everything. My little formula that I put through. So I'll have to check on that. But of course, when they do the wet dress rehearsal, that'll adjust and everything. So it kind of gives you a good feeling of how long we have until launch, not necessarily time-wise, but milestones that SpaceX has to hit prior to launch. And of course, that percentage doesn't always go forward. Sometimes it goes backwards. For some reason, if we hear that they're going to need to replace Raptor engines or something, that percentage will come back. But I have it set at 93 right now. After today, I'll have to look at my little calculation book. But I think we're a little bit further than 93% ready to launch this thing. So we're getting close. We really are. The vibe down here at Starbase in the last week has been unlike any other time that I've seen. Again, I've only been here for 8 months. I haven't seen the hop tests and all that stuff. I'm sure there was some crazy energy going around back then as well. But the vibes here are just crazy. Everybody's super excited. You can just feel the energy. And everybody's ready for this thing to get up in the air. And I am too. I am ready to see this thing launch. I honestly can't wait. I can't imagine. I don't have words for the way that's going to make me feel. It's going to be quite the experience. So hopefully that'll happen soon. With my own eyes here, it does look like the two vehicles are mostly mated. I almost think I can maybe see a little bit of a gap, but it's hard to say from here. But full stack. We got a full stack of Ship 24 and Booster 7. William says, nice shot. Keep this up. Thank you, William. Peter says, thank you. Harry says, guessing full rehearsal, then a 33 engine fire to complete the rehearsal. That would be cool. That would be very cool if they did a full stack. Oh, I'm realizing my right-hand camera is frozen. Huh. All right, you guys are going to see me for a quick second here. Wow, that camera is like fully frozen. I was just chatting on in front of the camera for a solid 5 minutes, but I don't think that worked. The left-hand camera is still live. That's good. Okay, it's not frozen. I don't know. Like I said, guys, I'm a kind of a mess today, but it's okay. We got this. We got the stream up. We got what we needed to do, and I am happy. I'm also on a lack of sleep, so maybe it wasn't frozen after all. Did y'all see me when I was talking? Thank you very much, says Gregory. Gurgly. Todd says, took off Dragon capsule on its way home. Very nice. Balance says, we saw you. Someday I might trust my equipment here. Right now I don't, but someday maybe I'll trust it. I guess I'm just a little bit paranoid that these cameras are freezing up, because they really do freeze. And I'm just worried it's going to freeze at the wrong time someday. But that's good. I'm glad it's working. Space Junkie says, we sign off in the name of our Hungarian community. Thank you, Andrew, for the amazing experience. Go Team Space. No problem, Space Junkie, and thank you so much for sharing these views with your community and the people of Hungary. It's really, really amazing. I'm really glad that you've reached out to us. I've really enjoyed what we've been doing here. I'm going to start planning a sign-off here. It's 4:13. I'll give it 2 minutes. I don't expect anything else to be major to be happening today. If it does, I'll see what I can do. But, I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, they could potentially destack it. I don't really expect that. Senti, welcome. How's it going, Senti? Mechazilla says, thank you, Andrew. See you again soon. Absolutely, you got it. Senti says, what channel is this? This is Rocket Future. Welcome. we do. We're based down here in Starbase. We try to do coverage of all sorts of different space events, but mostly Starbase stuff right now. Starship development. We do live streams for all the static fires and the lifts and the rolls and all that good stuff. So I come out here and I do commentary. Generally speaking, I'll have two cameras going, one with kind of a tight shot of what we're doing, and then there'll be a secondary camera with a wide angle. And sometimes I'll hang out and talk to you face to face and explain what's going on behind me. And that's kind of our whole thing here. We do produce some videos and all that good stuff as well. But the live streaming stuff is the stuff I like to do the most. It allows me to get out here and share these experiences with you firsthand and live while it's all happening. This is raw. It's all raw content. It's not super polished, none of that. The whole goal of all of this is just to get cameras up with a good view and some explanation of what we're seeing, just to share these experiences. So that's what we do. And welcome to Rocket Future. Thank you, Senti, for the subscribe and like. Appreciate that. And no problem, Harry. That sure looks down to me. I sigh, have a good belly flop in bed. Absolutely, I can't wait to sleep. Senti says, I'll spread the good word. Oh, I appreciate that, Senti. Thank you so much. The more people hanging out here with us, the better. And someday I'll get used to these camera controls too, but today's not that day. Alright folks, what do you say we call it a day? Let me jump in front of the camera one more time and do my sign-offs. All right, here's the outro. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me today. This is Rocket Future. Today we covered or documented Ship 24 being lifted onto Booster 7. I would like to say that this would be the last time we see this, but I don't think so. I think Ship 24 is going to come off at some point and will hopefully be live for the next time it stacks as well. But yeah, this is an excellent step forward towards the launch attempt, the full stack launch attempt. Every day they're making big steps towards that launch date. So I think it's going to be coming up here. I don't want to say soon. I don't want to jinx it, but we're getting closer. That's for sure. Had an awesome time out here hanging out. Thanks so much for hanging out in the chat and just interacting. If you want to find all of my socials, I got to start putting them down in the description. I'll start doing that. But you can go to rocketfuture.org. And again, that is in the description. If you go to rocketfuture.org, you can see all of our social media on that. Some of them are up top, some of them are on the bottom. Working on the website, working on building up all of our socials and all that stuff. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. So if you wouldn't mind, I really appreciate following along and joining us on this adventure that we're doing here. We also have a Patreon. You can find the Patreon at the bottom of our website. Our Patreon's kind of interesting. You subscribe to the Patreon and you get a real physical postcard in the mail every month. So there are some exceptions. International, we do international, but yeah, check out the Patreon if you want more information on that. But yeah, if you want a real physical postcard shipped to you every month from Starbase, check it out for sure. And generally speaking, we will send it out a week or two into the next month. So I'll be sending out the December postcards probably in the next day or two. So beautiful full stack. I couldn't ask for better conditions. The fog rolled in right at the end, but it made it really unique and interesting. So I couldn't be any happier. Beautiful night down here at Starbase. I'm happy. That's all I got for today. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Peace out. That was insane.